Good afternoon. It's good to be with you. We thought we'd share a few thoughts about the Sotomayor nomination. I think Judge Sotomayor deserves fair treatment, and we're going to ensure that that happens. The nomination to the Supreme Court always raises quite a number of important questions, and some of those questions have been discussed in recent days. I think it's quite appropriate that senators who have concerns, who want to, or are concerned about matters, that they come to the floor and raise those before the hearing even. It gives the nominee a chance to be ready for the expressed concerns of senators, and also I think advances a national discussion on issues of great importance. Today we talked about the Second Amendment. I would just say that a lot of people think the Heller case was a defining, decisive decision that guaranteed the individual right to keep and bear arms, and it was. However, it explicitly applied only to the federal law and federal government of the District of Columbia. And so they, in a footnote, noted that they were not deciding whether the Second Amendment was incorporated through the 14th and would actually apply to states. That being the case, you could have a non-federal city, New York or Richmond or Philadelphia, bar handguns completely if the Second Amendment is not incorporated. So that remains a tremendous issue. And in her decision-making process, in cases that she decided, Judge Sotomayor earlier this year rendered an opinion that held that the Second Amendment is not a fundamental right. That is a decisive and important question in whether the Second Amendment should apply to the cities and the states. So this fundamental right question is a matter of some real significance. In truth, there's a Supreme Court decision in 1800s, I believe, that is consistent with that. And she says, and her panel did, that they were acting consistent with that opinion. And the Seventh Circuit agreed with her opinion on that issue. And the Ninth Circuit, however, has seen it differently. They concluded that the Second Amendment does apply to the states and the cities and counties. So there's a difference of opinion. I would just say, first of all, this is a very significant case that will come before the Supreme Court. Just earlier this year, she rendered an opinion that if it were to become law, would eviscerate the Second Amendment in many parts of this country, because a lot of cities are hostile to weapons and guns of any kind, and like the District of Columbia are liable to vote very severe restrictions, if not bans, on the right to keep and bear arms. So I would say that that's what we discussed today. The nominee, I know, will be willing to talk about that, and talking about it, I'm sure, in individual meetings. I did not raise that with her, but I'm sure some senators have. I think Senator DeMint had. Senator Hatch